Yo, your parents ever caught you doing something that you know you had no business doing? Stay tuned, because we about to get right into that. So, I'm Toni Alexie, and I be doing all this good jazz on this video, right? I was 18, and I had a boyfriend at the time. This is shortly before we broke up. And you know, I was home from school. I had the whole summer to myself and him, even though we wasn't seeing much of each other at that point. You know, when you don't get to see that much of your significant other, especially when you're away at school and then you come back, you want to make up for lost time, right? So, you know, I live with both my parents, and I really needed to see my ex. So my parents were like, oh, we're going on a family trip to Coney Island. And me, I'm not really one for beaches. If you know me, you know I don't really do beaches that much. You know. So I was like, you know, nah, ma, like, you know, it's good. Like, I don't want to go. I just stay home and relax. And it could just be time for you and daddy, like a date. So they left at like 12 p.m. And they was like, we going to be back around 7. Text their homeboy the minute I knew they was about to leave. And I said, parents leaving. Bring that ass here, boy. So he came, right? They left. He came. I have to say he came at like 3, which was more than enough time for us to talk. Not break up, but just talk, you know, because we haven't seen each other. So he came. We're in the house. We got the whole crib to ourselves. All 5 bedrooms. We got all of them to ourselves. So I think it has to be like 4 o'clock. Like maybe an hour we had with each other to talk. And I hear a key in the lock. I tell him to shh, because, you know, I'm not supposed to have boys in the house. You know, my daddy is the only man in the house. So I'm like, shh, you got to be quiet. Shh. So my mom comes in. She says, Toni, we home. And I swear to God, I felt like my soul leave this earth. Because I was like, you were supposed to be home at 7. It is 4. What are you doing here? But I can't ask her that because I don't pay rent. You get the issue here? I felt like I was bamboozled. So I got my boyfriend sitting on my bed. I got my mom and my dad walking down the hallway. Oh God, I'm so ashamed. So, you know, I'm sweating, I'm nervous, because, like, you know, my parents I used to get spankings. Like, I think I stopped getting spankings at like 16. I grew up in a strict house. So I was like, oh man, I'm about to get my ass whipped. Like, I'm about to get my ass whipped in front of my man. Like, it's okay for me to get my ass whipped solo dolo, but like, get my ass whipped in front of my man and he can't even jump in. Like, I'm gonna get slapped by my mama and then she gonna tap my dad in and he gonna finish me. Oh, I was so nervous. So my mom, she's like, Toni, like knocking on my door, and I'm like, huh. So I tell my boyfriend, I said, get in the closet. Go hide in the closet. Hide in the closet. So I was sitting on my bed and I'm trying to like make sure I'm not sweaty or anything like that, just so I look normal. And I open the door and I'm like, hey ma, I didn't know you and daddy was gonna be back. And she was like, yeah, it got kind of bored, so we came home. I was like, all right, of course y'all fucking came home, right? So she was like, all right, well, you know, your dad's watching TV, I'm about to go lay down. I was like, cool. She was like, you good? You seem off. I was like, I'm good. I probably looked like I was on cocaine to her. I was so nervous. My mom knocks on the door again. I push him back in the closet. Gently close it so she don't hear it. I open the door again. I was like, you know, yeah, ma, what's up? And she was like, she comes in my room, right? And she closed the door behind her. And she's like, someone's in my house. And I'm like, huh? She was like, you heard what I said. Someone is in this house. And I was just, you know, in my mind, I was like, don't crack, because it shows weakness. But the minute she said it, I was like, I'm sorry, ma. He came over, and you know, we was just talking, and I don't know what to do, and I'm so sorry I disappointed you. And she was like, where he at? And I was like, in the closet. And so she opened the door. She bust that door wide open. And she see him hiding. He like this, like leaning against the clothes to fit. And she just looks at him and she's like, shh, be quiet. We gotta sneak you out without her dad hearing. And I was like, And he was like, what? You gonna help us? Oh, and I'm like, at this point, I can't put a question mark where God put a period. So she calls out to my dad. She was like, hey, honey, you know, I'm gonna go to the park. And he like, yeah, because he watching his game. So she tells my boyfriend at the time, she's like, come follow me. We're just gonna leave. And they walk out. My dad's not even paying attention. And they walk out. I get myself together. I put on my sneakers. I was like, I'm gonna go meet him outside. I come downstairs and my mom and him are talking, and then she's basically like, oh, like, I wish Toni would just feel comfortable telling me things. Like, she doesn't have to hide or lie, sneak around. And I definitely get it, you know. Every mom wants to also be a friend once the child gets to a certain age. So I'm just thanking her. He's thanking her. We thanking her together. I'm thinking I'm gonna name my first kid after this chick. It was just a whole range of emotions. And then we was like, oh yeah, Ma, like, thanks. No, we're gonna go to Popeyes. Like, do you want anything? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, cool. And then she stopped. She's like, wait a minute. Give me a thigh and a breast, a biscuit with some coleslaw and a drink, and get something for your father. And I'm just like, excuse me? And she looking at me like, bitch, I just saved your life. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm gonna be broke, but it's okay, because she saved my life. But yeah, that was my story. I'm sticking to it, y'all. Tell me, have you ever gotten into any situations with your parents where they caught you in a lie? Like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see y'all later. All right, y'all. Bye.
Don't stop, celebrate the